This is Mlc TV News reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, Kogi State. I am Sharifat Mohammed. The headlines. The federal government scraps the Department of Petroleum Resources. The Petroleum Products Pricing Regulatory Agency and the Petroleum Equalization Fund. Kogi Governor Yahaya Bello inaugurates Board of Investment Promotion Agency and Economic Council. Now the news in detail. The federal government scrapped the Department of Petroleum Resources, the Petroleum Products Pricing Regulatory Agency and the Petroleum Equalization Fund. The government on Monday said they do not exist anymore. It also said while workers of the three agencies will be protected, their chief executives had been relieved of their various appointments. The Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Chief Timi Presilva, stated this while speaking on the sidelines of the inauguration of the board of the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority and the Nigeria Upstream Regulatory Commission in Abuja. He explained that with the passage of the Petroleum Industry Act, the NPRA and NURC had taken over the function of the DPR, PPRA and PEF. Responding to a question on what would happen to DPR following the inauguration of the board of NURC, Silva said, "It's now a matter of the law." The law states that all the assets and even the staff of the DPR are to be invested on the commission and also in the authority. So that means the DPR doesn't exist anymore. And of course, the law specifically repeals the DPR Act, the Petroleum Inspectorate Act, the Petroleum Equalization Fund Act, and the PPRA Act. The law specifically repeals them. It is very clear that those agencies do not exist anymore. On what would happen to the chief executives and employees of DPR, PEF, and PPRA, the minister replied, "The law also provides for the staff and the jobs in those agencies to be protected, but I'm sure that doesn't cover, unfortunately, the chief executives who were on political appointments." He stated that the process for aligning the workers of the defunct agencies with the new regulatory bodies had already commenced, as the staff had to be rationalized. Silva said the authority has its staff coming from the defunct PEF, PPPRA and DPR. The commissioner has staff coming over from DPR and the process is going on for the next few weeks. Silva stated that the inauguration of the boards on Monday marked the beginning of the successor agencies. Police authorities in Lagos have explained why operatives fired a tear gas canister at the Lekki Tollgate area of the state. This occurred on Wednesday while youths and celebrities were holding a memorial car procession in honor of victims of police brutality and to commemorate the one-year anniversary of the EndSARS protest that led to the disbandment of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad (SARS) of the Nigerian police. In an interview with newsmen at the venue, the Commissioner of Police in Lagos, Hakeem Odumosu, said the police did not disperse the youths taking part in the procession. Rather, he stated that the security operatives fired tear gas to disperse those he described as miscreants at the venue. The police commissioner insisted that the police only used minimum force to disperse miscreants and not the youths participating in the memorial procession. He explained that he had a discussion with the organizers on the venue and time for the parade, saying that became necessary for the police to provide adequate security for them. Odumosu said after 10 a.m. he called the organizers, who he said informed him that the procession had ended and participants had returned to their various destinations. He stressed that those arrested were miscreants and some of them were armed with weapons to cause mayhem at the venue. Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello said as the youngest serving governor in Nigeria, he will not overlook the trust of young people expressed across the nation some 12 months ago. Indeed, every strata of leadership in the nation was called to action. He said they were challenged to new values in leadership and were all reminded of the fact that power truly belongs to the people. At various fora, the president had admitted that young people spoke out loud and clear against oppression, tyranny and brutality, and they did so hugely in the EndSARS protests of October 2020. The vice president has admitted that much, and across the nation, states and agencies of government are taking steps to atone and mitigate the wrongs done by the different Special Anti-Robbery Squad (SARS), but the lesson remains and reverberates. It's a call to leadership at all levels, elected or appointed, to commit to new values. This is contained in his press statement made available to journalists in his words. "We must make the people the primary trust of leadership. We must protect rights and liberties. We must make the youths the linchpin of governmental trust, and we must listen when they call us out. In October 2020, I did not only show solidarity with our young people in the protest. Governor Bello said he also lamented the carnage and the looting that became the source point of protestation. As a nation and a people, we have learned deep, painful lessons, leaders and followers alike. He said we may resolve to always listen to others, to disagree, to agree, and to agree to disagree, albeit peacefully. And may we always treasure the flawless width, height, and breadth of dialogue and peaceful engagement. In acknowledging the first year of the EndSARS protest, he called leadership and followers to the primary of dialogue and proactive engagement over fierce contestation. As a leader, he urged and nudged his colleagues to new paradigms, to engage with all stratas of society, particularly the largest demography, which is the young people. In his words, we must create platforms where they can effectively engage with leadership. We must agree that on the political stage, no longer will young people serve only as havens of food and drawers of water, but that the young people of Nigeria must, should, and will be deemed fit and deserving of leadership at all levels. He commiserates with all the victims, the young people, their families, and with the security men and women who fell victim to the sad spectacle that became the end of the EndSARS protestation on the 20th of October 2020. He prayed, may we as a nation build values that will make such moments anathema. May we grow values centered on love and dialogue, and may the memories of EndSARS protestation challenge every one of us to responsibly and responsive values as leaders and the led. Finally, as noted by the National Economic Council, may our young people shed their sword and allow the compensatory efforts of governments across the nation to serve as worthy memory of the EndSARS protest a year after. Governor Yahaya Bello of Kogi State has constituted the board of Kogi State Investment Promotion Agency with a charge on members to work effectively in attracting and facilitating inward investment and play its essential role in the economic development and growth of the state. Secretary to the state government, Dr. Folashade Arike Ayoade, who performed the inauguration at the Government House, Lokoja, on behalf of the governor, said Kogi State, with her strategic positioning and numerous resources, should be the most valuable investment in the country.
I hereby inaugurate the chairman and the vice chairman and all the members of Kogi State Investment Promotion Agency. You are released to go and drive investments into Kogi State. And my prayer is that God will work with you. God will back you up and make the work easy for you. Congratulations.
The SSG called on the members to put in their all in realizing the mandate. Members of the agency have its chairman as Governor Yahaya Bello, Vice Chairman Chief Kola Jamodu. Members are Barrister Ibrahim Mohammed Sani, Ashiru Idris, Gabriel Lofu, David Ape, Issa Idachaba, and Bashir Gegu. Others are Abdukarim Onyekehi, Wekia Sani, Aisha Suleiman, Nasir Ochi, John Alabi, Edebo Anthony, Olusoji Aina, Victor Ibrahim, and Alhaji Yakubu Mohammed as secretary, while Abdukarim Siyaka as the CEO of the agency is to ensure daily running of the agency is assured. On behalf of the board members, the Vice Chairman, Kola Jamodu, commended Governor Yahaya Bello for taking the step towards creating such a board to drive the economy of the state.
We can do it. Like you said, we are very, very much advantaged. We are not landlocked. You see accessibility, huge mineral resources, huge. We're sitting on a keg of gold without knowing. May the good Lord, may the Almighty Allah give us the guidance and the courage to serve our people. We are there to serve. We are not there to rule, we are there to serve. It's the collective responsibility of everybody.
He assured the state government to swing into action immediately with members meeting and expecting mandates. Chief Kola urged Kogi people to give support to the commission, promising that they will do their best in actualizing the goal for establishing the agency. In a similar event, the Secretary to the State Government, on behalf of the Governor, also inaugurated the Kogi State Economic Council.
I inaugurate the alternative chairman and all the members of the Kogi State Economic Council. And I pray for you that you will do well, God will work with you, God will support you, and you will bring the glory of economy in Kogi State. Go and prosper. Congratulations.
Chaired by the Governor, with Honorable Ashiru Idris, Commissioner for Finance, Budget and Economic Planning, as alternate chairman. Ashiru, while delivering a vote of thanks, said the council will pursue the vision of the governor as encapsulated in the new direction blueprint, promising that they will think both within and outside the box to ensure the realization of said goals.
This is an opportunity for us to work together to see how we can ensure that our tax systems work for the betterment of the good people of the state. There will be no issue of double taxation, and there's going to be efficient and effective tax administration. It is time to have a joint committee on tax collection for the betterment of the state. And together, we can do it with the support of the governor. I must appreciate His Excellency on behalf of all our members, and we promise by the grace of God, we will work together to see what we need to do to improve the GDP of the state.
He said they will work with stakeholders to improve the state economy and fiscal procedures. The members are Barrister Ibrahim Mohammed Sani San, Gabriel Olofu, David Ape, Engineer Bashir Gego, Ozege Salame, Issa Idachaba, Yusuf Abubakar, and all 21 local government chairmen. Governor Yahya Bello of Kogi State has again badged another award in education from the Stewardship News magazine. Similarly, the Kogi State Chief of Staff, Pharmacy Abdulkarim Jamiu Asuko, and 24 others will be honored in the 2021 Stewardship Award. In a statement issued to newsmen in Lokoja, the publisher of the Stewardship News magazine and online media, Barrister Zacchaeus Dare Michael, said the award for Governor Bello is in recognition of the outstanding performance of the governor in the educational development of the state. According to the statement, the award presentation to Governor Yahya Bello will be done on the 23rd October 2021 at the Stewardship News Magazine Award public lecture and award ceremony. Said this year's program is in honor of the governor, would hold at the NUJ Press Center. The theme of the 2021 public lecture, according to the publisher, is Governor Bello. A project for generational renaissance will be under the chairmanship of Pharmacist Abdulkarim Jamiu Asuko, the Chief of Staff to the Kogi State Governor. Aside being an award recipient, a seasoned journalist and publisher of the Nigerian Post newspaper, Abu Michael will be the guest speaker. Is to deliver the paper presentation of Governor Bello, a project for generational resonance. The award on education for Governor Bello, according to the publisher, is hinged on the establishment of the Conference University of Science and Technology, or SERA, the infrastructure development witnessed in all the state tertiary institutions, and the massive construction and reconstruction of GYB model schools across the state. The publisher concluded by saying that the award is a magazine contribution to the presidential aspiration of Governor Bello, opined that a man who can secure a state surrounded by 10 other states and has contributed outstandingly to education like Governor Bello is fit to be president of Nigeria, reason the public lecture is in his honor. Kogi State Governor Yahya Bello has commiserated with the victims of the recent fire incident, which engulfed Itobe Market, a bustling commercial community in Ofu local government area. He made this statement when he visited the market through the deputy, Edward Onoja. The governor was obviously saddened by the incident and said his administration was committed to encouraging entrepreneurship. He admitted the accident was a setback to the victims. He noted the fire obviously affected property worth millions, noting that his administration would do all that is necessary to support victims and the market in general. The governor used the occasion to advise shop and other property owners to put necessary prevention machinery in place to prevent reoccurrence. A teacher from James Hope College, Abo, Delta State, Abanika Ohiani Taye, has emerged as the 2021 Multina Teacher of the Year. Taye, a native of Ajakuta local government area of Kogi State, received a cash prize of 6.5 million, 1.5 million instantly and 1 million annually for the next 5 years. All from the Nigeria Breweries Felix Ohiwere Trust Fund, the father of 6 who also benefit from an all-expense-paid capacity development training abroad, while a well-equipped computer laboratory or 6 blocks of classrooms worth 20 million will be constructed in his school. The first runner-up, Isaac Bev, Government Day Secondary School, Yonko, Taraba State, went home with 1.5 billion. Margaret Ofudomi, Government Science and Technical College, Abuja, who emerged the second runner-up, received 1.2 million. Aside the winner, the first and second runner-up, 16 teachers who emerged as state champions were rewarded with 500,000 cash each. Governors and proprietors of the winning teachers are expected to shower them with additional gifts and even promotions. Since its inception, the Maltina Teacher of the Year initiative has produced 6 grand winners. Rose Nkedilim Obim, Anambra 2015, Imo Asian, Akwa Ibom 2016, Felix Ariguzo, Delta State 2017, Olasukomi Opeifa, FCT 2018, Ezem Collins 2019, and now Oluwabumi Anani. Abanika's teaching career started in his hometown, Ebiya in Ajakuta local government of Kogi State in 1994. He continued teaching during his NYSC period in 1996 to July 1997 at Government Secondary School Shedam in Shedam local government area of Plateau State. After the NYSC, he moved to Lagos State. He started teaching as a PTA teacher at Methodist Secondary School, Yaba, between 1997 and 2000. He was missionary teacher in the same school between 2000 and 1996. He said he has passion for human development and growth, happiness in working with children of all ages and seeing them growing in knowledge, skills, critical thinking, and problem solving. These are some of the features of vocational aptitude, also because teaching is a noble and godly profession. The grand finale attracted top government functionaries, including Minister of State for Education, Mr. Chukwuemeka Nwajoba, Governor of Lagos State, represented by the Commissioner for Education, Folashade Adefayo, Registrar of Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria, Professor Josiah Ajiboye, Secretary to the State Government, Shade Jaji, past winners and jury led by Pat Utomi since its inception in 2015. Teachers have been receiving their rewards on earth as against the old saying that their rewards are in heaven. Stakeholders acknowledge the contribution of Nigerian teachers to producing the needed power for the economy. They call for constant recognition, rewards, and provision of improved welfare. Former President Dr. Goodluck Jonathan on Wednesday congratulated a former head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, 87th birthday anniversary. Dr. Jonathan commended General Gowon for his sustained commitment to the peace and progress of Nigeria. The former president also described General Gowon as a committed leader and a patriot, who has made considerable contributions to the unity and socio-economic development of Nigeria. The former president stated this in a goodwill message he personally signed. Dr. Jonathan said, "I joined your family and well-wishers to celebrate you on the occasion of the 87th birthday. I am pleased by your sustained commitment to the progress, peace, and unity of Nigeria. Your passion and love for Nigeria has not waned many decades after leaving office, as you have continued to invest your time in peace initiatives such as Nigeria Peace Project and the Yakubu Gowon Center. As head of state, you made considerable contributions to the unity and socio-economic development of Nigeria and earned yourself a reputation of peacemaker and nation builder. Your Excellency, as you celebrate on behalf of my family, I pray that God will renew your strength and grant you peace, joy, and long life. Happy birthday, Your Excellency." You are still watching Mlc TV News. We'll be right back.
Mlc TV Online is here. For your timely and reliable news that reaches you fast with the breaking news, choose Mlc TV. Get human interest stories right here on Mlc TV with entertainment, sports, business, culture, tourism, and fashion news stories all featured on Mlc TV. Not forgetting political and current affairs news, state and federal government and people's matters will be discussed regularly on Mlc TV. Mlc TV, your one-stop online destination for unbiased, accurate news, entrepreneur ideas, and youth matters to the rest of the world. Mlc TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone.
Welcome back. On the foreign scene, U.S. lawmakers investigating the 6th General Capitol riot have supported holding a top aide of ex-President Donald Trump in contempt of Congress. Steve Bannon, a right-wing media executive who became Trump's chief strategist, was summoned to testify before the panel, but refused to do so. Lawyers for Bannon argued that communication involving the former president are protected. If convicted, he could face a fine and up to 1 year in prison. It appears that Bannon has substantially advanced knowledge of the plans for January 6 and likely had an important role in formulating those plans. Congresswoman Liz Cheney, a Wyoming Republican and vice chair of the committee probing the riots, said in her opening statement, "Subpoena documents quote Mr. Bannon as saying on his radio show the day before the riot, 'All hell is going to break loose tomorrow.' But Trump has urged his former aides to reject any request to testify, claiming that they have the right to withhold information because of executive privilege, a legal principle that protects many White House communications." The former president filed a lawsuit on Monday seeking to block the House inquiry from obtaining records from the U.S. National Archives. Bannon, who was fired from the White House in 2017 but remained loyal to Donald Trump, has not publicly commented on Tuesday's vote. Through his lawyer, he has said that he will not cooperate until Mr. Trump's executive privilege claim is resolved by a court. President Joe Biden's administration says Trump has no legitimate privilege claim. The boundaries of the claim will be tested when the House of Representatives votes on whether to uphold the contempt charge against Bannon. If upheld, the case will be referred to the Justice Department, which has a final say on bringing charges. The riot on 6 January saw a mob of Trump supporters storm the Capitol building to disrupt the official certification of Joe Biden's election victory. More than 670 people have since been charged with taking part. Democrats argued that Mr. Bannon is stalling to push back proceedings until after the midterm elections in November 2022, which may alter the balance of power in the House, which is the lower chamber of Congress. Contempt of Congress cases are notoriously difficult to litigate. The last time such a prosecution took place was in 1983 against a Reagan administration official. Before leaving office in January, Trump pardoned Bannon of charges that he had defrauded donors who gave money to fund construction of a southern border wall. In Sudan, if there is such a thing as too much democracy, it might help us understand the political drama that has unfolded in Sudan since the overthrow of former President Omar al-Bashir in 2019. With so many groups wanting a voice in the country's future, the search for consensus is against proving dangerously elusive. Bashir was toppled by the military, but only after weeks of mass protests. Back then, a loose coalition of groups, the Force of Freedom and Change (FFC), came to represent the protesters, united by one goal. Yes, God Bas. This is the Sudanese version of the Arab Spring slogan, "The people want the downfall of the regime." Crucially, the word Bas, Arabic for only, underlined the limits of their consensus. They only wanted to bring down the regime led by Bashir for nearly 3 decades. As the events of the past 2 years have demonstrated, there was little consensus on how to move forward after that. A power-sharing deal between the military and the FFC was agreed, launching the Sovereign Council, which is set to rule the country for another year, with the aim of holding elections and transitioning to civilian rule. But simmering tension within the FFC boiled over when a breakaway faction launched a new political manifesto at a recent conference to reconfirm the original goals of the uprising, but also calling for greater participation of political parties in the decision-making process of the interim government. It is estimated that there are between 80 and 100 political parties in Sudan, and instead of its intention of healing divisions, the conference revealed the growing divisions between the erstwhile allies. Moreover, there are other civilian political groups opposed to the power-sharing agreement, not to mention the old ruling party, the National Congress, whose cadres are widely believed to remain entrenched in state institutions, foremost amongst which are the military and the security services. A 55-year-old single mother of 9 children has been sentenced to death despite her plea for clemency. Harun Jalman from Malaysia has been convicted of drug possession and distribution charges. The Tawau High Court in Sabah sentenced her to death last week after being caught with 103.9 g of meth in 2018. A video of her crying and begging for forgiveness while being escorted by an officer from the courtroom hit social media and has generated numerous reactions across the globe. Following the emergence of the emotional triggering video, Amnesty International Malaysia has condemned how women are treated in the Southeast Asian country. According to the humanitarian organization, women who are accused of drug-related offenses are subjected to violence, abuse, and exploitation, but in sentencing them, the court fails to consider the extrajudicial assault they had already suffered. It further disclosed that 95% of all women given the death sentence in 2019 were convicted for drug-related offenses. Hairo's life chances were stacked against her. She was a single mother in Malaysia's poorest state, trying to support 9 children. Her case is an example of how Malaysia's death penalty punishes the poor, particularly discriminations against women. It went further to entreat the Malaysian government to abolish the death penalty, just as about 108 other countries have done. Why is the right to life so easily denied by the government, who is kept safe when a single mother of 9 is sentenced to death and removed from her children? What justice is served when the structural inequalities and oppressions that created the condition for her child remain? And now on sports. Steve Bruce considering retirement as he leaves Newcastle 13 days after the club's takeover by a Saudi-led consortium. Former Roma's boss Paulo Fonseca is a contender to replace Bruce and is expected to hold talks with Newcastle this week. Graeme Jones will take charge on an interim basis. Bruce was expected to be replaced after the Saudi Arabian-backed consortium, led by the Public Investment Fund PIF, completed a £305 million takeover of Newcastle on October 7. The 60-year-old remained in charge for the 3-2 defeat to Tottenham, his 1,000th match as a manager, with non-executive chairman Yasser Al-Rumayyan and director Amanda Stavely watching on at St James Park. The defeat led Newcastle second bottom of the Premier League and winless after their opening 8 games of the campaign. Newcastle said the process of recruiting a new head coach is underway, and Sky Sport News understands former Roma boss Paulo Fonseca has emerged as a contender. The club are expected to hold talk with Fonseca this week. Eddie Howe, who left his Bournemouth managing role in August 2020, and former Borussia Dortmund boss Lucien Favre are thought to be amongst the other candidates for the job. Graeme Jones will lead the teams on an interim basis, starting with Saturday's trip to Crystal Palace. Over to Matsoya's Ayodeji on entertainment.
On our foreign entertainment news, Black Panther star Dorothy Steele died amid female sequel. Black Panther star Dorothy Steele has passed on. The nonagenarian who made an acting debut in the Marvel film reportedly died on Friday, October 15 from a yet-to-be-confirmed ailment. According to multiple reports, Steele, who played the leader of the merchant tribe in the original film, was on set of the sequel, Wakanda Forever, but was later flown back home to spend her final moments with family. Confirming her demise, Steele publicist told WSB TV that she went out strong. Black Panther stars have since taken to social media platforms with tributes to the actress. Lupita Nyong'o wrote on Instagram, "I will miss Miss Dorothy Steele on the Black Panther 2 set. She was weakest, wildly witty, and very, very warm. She was dedicated to her role in the movie and showed up with delightful enthusiasm." The veteran actress died at the age of 95. In Africa, Z World partners with Temple Company for industry growth. Leading television content producer Z Entertainment Enterprise Limited, who owns Z World and Z Cinema, amongst other channels, has partnered with the Temple Company, a full-service creative agency based in Nigeria, West Africa, for a strategic marketing partnership that will drive industry growth. With the new deal, Z Entertainment Enterprise Limited has appointed a Temple company as its representative to interface with public sector organizations looking to leverage the strength of its widely accepted platform to their advantage. The strategic partnership presents a unique advantage that decision makers can leverage to better connect with Nigerians. Z-World debuted on Nigerian television in February 2015, becoming an instant favorite amongst Nigerian families. The Hindi language TV series content, dubbed in English, has become a staple that has kept Nigerians glued to their screen. According to the latest MPS data ratings, the channel commands a viewership base of up to 1/5 of the Nigerian pay TV landscape, making it a desired platform for advertisers. The Z-World channel is now ranked as the Nigerian most watched TV channels across all platforms. While welcoming the partnership, Idris Olorinebe, GCE founder, the Temple company, said the partnership was in line with the goal of the company to foster cross-border collaborations that will ultimately help drive growth for both Indo-Nigerian creative industries. We were ready for this collaboration long ago when we launched the Temple company. We had our job cut out to attract strategic collaborations that will impact positively on the creative economies across territories. This new partnership with Z Entertainment embodies these aspirations. We are excited at the promise that this presents for sectoral growth. Also speaking, Somnath Malaka, CEO Sub-Saharan African and India Islands Z Entertainment Enterprise Limited, said, "We are certainly excited to partner with the Temple company, which position us to collaboratively unlock the opportunities presenting themselves in Nigeria, the biggest and fastest growing television market in Africa." Matthias Ayodeji Peter, reporting for MLC TV.
Thank you, Matthias, for the update. This is our package for today. For your sponsorship and advert placement, call the numbers displayed on your screen. Please do like and subscribe to our social media handles. Our Facebook page is MLC TV, Instagram MLC TV 2021, and YouTube channel Mlc TV. I am Sharifat Mohammed. Thanks for staying with us.